I listen. I can feel it. I experience it. And I breathe it. This is music to me. And who am I? My name is Nina, and I'm a music lover. And I'm about to take you on a journey into one of the craziest industries in the world. This is Connected by Frequency. Welcome everyone to a new episode of my podcast. My name is Nina and you're watching Connected by Frequency. I would like you to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you could be updated every time some of new episodes are online. Once again, I decided to welcome young talents here in the studio. Many of you don't know, they're coming from Serbia. The ones who follow them are familiar with the porn group house music movement they started. We will talk about this later on. And actually their duo journey started in 2014, if I'm not mistaken, but today they are hitting some crazy high positions on Spotify. We will mention this as well. People recognize their style as something unique, and they for sure keep building their names alongside the biggest artists in the EDM scene. This is why those two brilliant boys are often invited to perform at the biggest festivals and parties around the world, such as Exit Festival, Ultra, Europe, Amsterdam Dance Event, and many others. And they're working hand in hand with the most respected labels, sharing the stage and being supported by the biggest and most popular artists in the scene. So their production and DJing experience is about to smash the scene, if you ask me. So Vladimir and Marko, or Marko and Vladimir, known as Divolly Markward, are my guests today in the Connected by Frequency podcast. So hello boys, welcome to the studio and welcome to the show.
Hello Nina, thank you for having us.
I'm really glad you accepted this invitation to sit over here in the studio with me and to talk about the thing that we love the most, and which is music.
Of course.
Yeah.
Perfect. So how's life right now going on in the studio and generally?
Generally, at the moment it's hard because pandemic is in place and we don't have enough shows. I mean, we don't have almost any shows because of the pandemic right now. Mm-hmm. Here and there we get some gig to perform maybe here in Belgrade or somewhere in the region, but worldwide we stopped because of pandemic, and right now the things are starting to look a little bit brighter since we started to get some bookings for Slovenia, Croatia and stuff like that. So yeah, we will see.
Oh, that's good to hear. Yeah. I really hope that this is going to end pretty soon and that we can all, party and enjoy everywhere, around the world.
Likewise.
Yeah, hopefully. Okay, so just let me know if you're feeling good today.
Yeah, we are feeling great today.
Okay, so I'm really grateful that you accepted this invitation. So I really want to go on this journey with you.
Yeah.
So let's go. Okay, so let's start from the beginning. Let's call it that way. So actually your journey started as most of those similar did. You're sitting in your bedroom, having fun, producing something. It was funny at the beginning, I guess.
It was actually Vladimir's bedroom, but yeah.
Okay. So, and you were pretending that you were DJing, so something like that. I'm sure that it was like this. So, can you please explain those funny moments, at that period of time? How did it look like?
Yeah, I mean, basically started, like you said in your question, like all those similar DJs and producers all over the world. We started in the same way, being in our bedroom studio, trying to make something, downloading the samples, putting in a project, flipping here and there, trying to make something that we think it was good, but actually it was a bunch amount of shit in that time because we didn't have that amount of knowledge of music production and the music industry overall compared to nowadays. So yeah, compared to nowadays, I think we changed our approach to the music definitely, like more scientific kind of approach to the music production, a way like it's more like a way of thinking, like let's put vocals in that frequency spectrum, let's find perfect balance between kick and bass, etc., which is sometimes can be really frustrating. But we are really happy to be able to do what we like the most, and to have satisfying income from that.
It can be also limiting your skills. I mean, imaginary skills as a production, because now we think as a producers, and when back in the time when we started, we were like kind of, I would say, not more creative, but more open-minded, let's say. And nowadays, we know what we want to get. We can deliver the thing in our head, the sound in our head to the equipment. And because of that, sometimes we are struggling with a lot of, let's say, not really we're struggling to make it more creative than we can. Basically, we are pushing us to the limit, and sometimes that burns us out. If that makes sense. Yeah,
it does for sure. But maybe labels that you're releasing your music for can be, the reason why you do it this way.
Yeah, that is also possible. Sometimes we are trying to make something something that is not in our comfort zone. So, but by doing that, I think we are expanding ourselves as producers, and we are pushing our limits, and we are becoming a better producers. So that's why it's always good, like not to. In our opinion, of course, it's not good just to have one label that you are releasing. It's always good to have a relationship with few labels. For instance, one that is releasing a little bit more to the mainstream and ordinary people. Some DJ label, like, I don't know, Martin Garrix's label or Don Diablo's label, which are pretty good labels in my opinion right now. And some other label that will get some radio stations and stuff like that, depending on the promo that label gives you.
Speaking of the labels, do you approach to them if you want to do some good track, to make some good track for a specific label, or do they approach to you?
Both ways.
Both ways.
Yeah, it happened both ways. At the start, at our very start, we approached to the labels because nobody know about us. We sent about in 2014, I think we sent around 200 demos.
Yeah, it's a normal thing in the beginning, definitely.
Yeah, and we got rejected for each one. We didn't even get to reply with any of that.
And it's really important not losing your hope. Things happen.
We weren't losing hope, and we started doing things better, looking YouTube tutorials, going from friend to friend, and apparently our first release happened back in the days 2014.
14, 15, something like
2014, 28th of October.
Oh wow, you remember the exact date.
Yeah, because it's 8 days after my birthday, so and I'm really proud of that moment, because 1 year we were trying to release somewhere. Not that wasn't a good label. It was a label that has catalog over 25K of tracks, so they're releasing
everything with everyone.
If we sent just a kick, they would release it. So, but we are proud.
It's a good start again.
Yeah, it's a good start. Definitely.
Okay, let's go back to the beginning. I'm curious, why and how actually you decided to get into the music world?
Is it a question for me or for both?
Both.
Okay.
Both. We're talking both now.
Do you want to try?
What was your motivation? Do you have some background?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah.
I don't have actually any musical background. I am listening house music from, let's say, from my beginning of high school, definitely. And I think the tracks that, let's say, brought me into music production was something like, I don't know, Satisfaction, or maybe Steve Angelo, or Leave the World Behind, something like that.
Yeah.
So basically that's the things that brought me into music overall.
Well, my story is almost
but how did you know that you want to do this seriously, to get serious in this world?
He didn't know until he met me.
Oh, okay.
Nice one.
Okay.
So yeah, my story is a little bit different. I was always a fanboy of electronic music and generally mainstream music, not just electronic. I like even rock, whatever, jazz. I'm open-minded. My parents always played me cassettes of ABBA and stuff like that, and I was always into the music. But my first moment and touch with electronic music, I was first gathering music on my PC like every nerd does, and after that I started to involve myself into parties as being a promoter. And I saw some strange guy behind the decks, and I really liked what he was doing. And he was entertaining the crowd. It was really good party, and that's the moment I knew I wanted to do that. Not maybe professionally, but definitely wanted to try that. And the first big DJ that I spotted, and first I was a fan of Fedde Le Grand, and I would say his tracks like Missing You remix and what's the track we are playing for Fedde? Let me think about it.
Yeah. Oh my god!
So
a long time ago.
Yeah, that was the moment I knew I want to do this, like for my life.
Serious?
For my life, yeah, seriously.
Right, good story. Okay, but before joining together, before meeting, you were individual DJs, right? Performing at some local events. Okay, but what was actually that one specific moment that connected you?
Do you want to talk about this fun story, or I will?
Both of us.
Okay.
So basically it was a moment, I think back in 2013 or something.
12 or 13,
like
I'm not sure. It was the Belgrade Foam Fest in
my god, I remember that. Okay.
It was, I think that one was Kurd Maverick.
Something like that, yeah.
Norman Doré and...
how do you remember that?
I'm pretty sure that...
Okay.
I don't remember the rest, but yeah. I remember some of the.
So yeah, I played on some shitty stage behind. You
know, there was the stages if you
were on the sides,
like where the hallways where everybody go to pee, and you have a stage of some electronic music. Like there was 4 stages, and we were on one of them.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically, I played the one track from Sandy James and Marciano called "Lethal Industry," something like that. And funny story, I took out my T-shirt. Marko did the same. He was in the crowd, and that's how we met each other, basically.
Okay, sounds like some love story.
Love on the first sight.
Love on the first sight.
So yeah, basically after that, I invited Marko to come in my studio, which was everything on another studio back then, and we started like playing music to each other, and we realized that we liked same music style. In that time, I think there was like Roland Doors. It's 2 guys from Netherlands, DJ and producer duo.
They were famous on like Defected at that moment, and
Flamingo.
also at Flamingo. Yeah, they released
and
on both.
They had some kind of mixture of electronic and tribalish kind of style, which both of us liked a lot. And I think that's the moment when we realized that we can work together, definitely.
And that's the beginning of starting our porn group movement. Yeah, that's how Vladimir came up with the word. What do you think about groove and porn, like sexy music for girls, and it got that tribalish vibe, and we were influenced also by Sandy James and Ram Marciano, of course, because they have show named Sexy by Nature. So yeah.
Okay. Interesting story. Okay, everything is about the connection. So yeah, it's really important that you like the same style, the same music, and if you want to start something like this, so good for you guys.
Back in the days, that was like 2015.
Awesome. Okay. So, but do you remember your first gigs as an individual artist and as Divolly Markward?
I remember both. because my memory is on point today.
I don't remember. I don't remember our first gig as Divolly Markward. Definitely,
it was back in the Club Fabrica.
Okay.
On
oh my God!
On 14th on 10th of January. In 2014.
He's crazy, right?
Yeah. That's the normal dates. If you are in duo, you should remember those dates.
Okay. Good. So, okay, you said where it was. Okay,
I bet you two are the one who forget the year relationship with your partner.
Yeah.
Right?
No, I'm not that kind, definitely. But it's not like I remember every single detail that happened in my life.
Okay. But important.
But important. Okay, you're right. Okay,
it's
my mistake.
Thing.
My mistake.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is a bit tricky question.
Yeah, sure.
Do you think performing and producing music as a duo is a lot easier than when you're making music as an individual artist?
Well, I will give you one reason why it's not. We split the money.
Exactly.
Yeah, but in another hand, two heads are much smarter than one head, definitely. And
if we don't talk about money, everything else is easier.
Yeah, especially when it comes to the gigs. When maybe sometimes I'm not in the right mood, so Marko is covering my side 100%, same everything. So basically, that's the biggest benefit of working in a duo.
You can also say if somebody of us gets drunk,
of course.
Exactly. Or you make a mistake, maybe someone will fix it. I mean, the other one will fix it. But do you get some comments regarding that? Like
regarding what?
From the individual artist or fans? I don't know. Like, it's a lot easier for you guys.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people asked us about that. How is to work in a duo? Basically, you have to get used to it. It's not easy because you have 20 fingers on same deck as one person, so you don't want to cross hands, bump into each other, because right now when we go to the stage we are almost like on pilot mode, because we know what he will do, I know what he will do, and he know what I will do. Sometimes back in the days I was using microphone on our shows, and he know what to do with faders and all the knobs and stuff like that. I don't have to tell him, put down the music, I will talk now on microphone. No, he knows that. And that's why sometimes, not sometimes, for me, I never see myself as a solo DJ anymore, because it's like I'm missing like half of my body.
Yeah, you're completely synchronized.
Yeah,
it's
definitely.
Really important.
And when it comes to the duo, I think it's all about that mutual compromising thing. We need to understand each other, that we are not perfect. We have both bad and good sides, so it's all about understanding.
Yeah, I agree.
Understandable. Right. So let me ask you one thing I always wanted to ask you. Why house music? Why popular mainstream music? Big room, future house, dance, electropop.
I will answer first. Why house music? Because the one music that drives me the most, it's house music. I listen to house music in my private time. I listen when we do shows, when I go to other acts of other DJs, because basically I'm connected by frequency of house music.
All right.
So yeah, that's why I don't have any special reason why.
House music and mainstream music is something that we really feel, and that we found ourselves really comfortable. And when you say mainstream music, it's not only like one specific style.
Of course
it's
not.
So wide spectrum of the so different music styles. So basically, we can pick from every style that we like something and implement in our production.
Yeah, this is what I like about you guys. You are unique. You have your style, and people recognize this.
Yeah.
So this is really important for an artist. But did you always like this genre the most? Did you listen to some other genres as well, before? Or
I'm pretty open-minded regarding to music. Same. I'm more into like progressive. I was also a fan of trance. Back in the days, I was at Armin Only shows in Bulgaria, 2013.
Estatotron 600?
Yeah.
Oh, we were both there.
Oh, yeah, great. There were a lot of Serbians there, actually.
Well, it's close to Serbia.
I was Ferry Korsten, Mayan and Shane, Armin,
Ruben Durand,
Da.
Dennis Shepard.
Yeah, that's it, I think.
Maybe.
And after that, I was at Armin Only show.
In
also Bulgaria, also same arena.
They were also in Bulgaria.
Yeah, 1 year or 2 years after that.
Yeah. It was 2013.
And I was also on the sunny beach when Armin had 6 hours set.
I remember that. I was not there, but I remember
I was on Fedele Grand,
yeah.
6 hour set, and Armin.
Fedele was as well here. Yeah, I remember that. Oh my God, a long time ago.
Yeah. So I'm pretty open-minded to all type of electronic music, but also all type of acoustic music, like jazz and whatever is being played by live instruments. I'm down, but it has to have something that drives me.
Exactly.
Otherwise, I will just skip it after 15 seconds.
I think it's really important to be open to a lot of different styles
because it inspires you a lot.
Exactly.
Yeah, definitely.
But there are some artists that they're closed-minded and they produce the exact thing, but they produce this thing for 10 years and they don't do anything.
I mean, you can do that if you see progress with each year. But if you see your streams like going 1K, 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 2K, 1K, 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 2K, I'm giving just an example. You should definitely change something. You must explore other sounds. You must implement maybe vocalist, maybe call a DJ to collab with, or a producer, whatever, or a live instrumentalist to make you some good top lines. I mean, this is not, if you feel something in your head or heart, you just need to do everything in your power to accomplish that. At least we are like that. I mean, if we imagine core, to add a core, like women core or male core, we just call people and say, do you know about the good female or a good kid core, or you want to add a good electronic guitar, or you want to add a piano? Just call experienced guys who can really naturally play that. I mean, we can both play keyboard like piano, but we are not that experienced as some professional player. If you want to make, for instance, Armin, we talk about Armin. He got a lot of composers around him that are Grammy nominated and stuff like that. So
and vocalists.
And Grammy winners also. And that's why you need to gather yourself. I think the key for successful producer is to have a bunch of people around you who you can call, and at every moment who can help you with your idea of your track.
Yeah, but not everyone can do that. Okay, you mentioned Armin. Armin is a big one, big name in the industry. So of course he has a lot of people around him, that he can rely on. Yeah.
Connection between people. I mean, getting connected with the people on music events like Amsterdam Dance Event and stuff like that on Facebook, Instagram, whatever you use.
Yep,
is pretty crucial.
Yeah, it is
to your development.
For sure.
As an artist.
Want to add something? All right. So speaking of house music and the music you're producing generally, do you think this kind of music is actually the reason why your releases ended up being supported by big names like Afrojack, David Guetta, Tiesto, Hardwell, Sonny James, and Ryan Marciano, and so on and so on?
I think definitely yes, because all those guys that you mentioned in your question are coming from the same or even similar kind of style. So basically our music is much more suitable for their Spotify playlists, or maybe some
radio shows,
support lists in general. And of course I think quality of our production brought us there. Definitely.
That's the first thing, to be honest.
Very modest. From my colleague.
Well, that's honest answer. So, okay. So funny. I mentioned Sonny James and Ryan Marciano, and I have to be honest with you. So your music from a while ago, with those tribe elements over there. It reminded me a lot of their production. Are there maybe some favorites artists, some favorite duo?
Definitely back in the days, like let's say that's after the porn group started. Let's say first inspiration was Roland Doors. Then me and Vladimir were both fans of Sunny James and Ron Marciano because of our love story from Belgrade Film Fest. Yeah, we played their tracks, and so basically, they were in a kind inspiration, but we always had this feeling that we could reach them and like have a talk with them about the production, maybe have a track with them and stuff like that. So that thing happened. Actually, we were as the fans on their party on Amsterdam Dance Event. I don't remember which year, and actually
he doesn't remember.
2018.
It was like 2016, I think, or
17, something like that.
17 or 18, let's say, something like that. And they actually played our track on their show.
Oh wow!
And we were like, "Is this our track? Is this Bangalore?" And I was really confused, but we didn't know they play our track. They never said we supported your track, we added to the radio show, because we almost back in the time we almost knew, because there is a website 1001 track list that gives you a full brief who supported you. And we came to them, we said, "Hey, we are Divolly Markward." Oh guys, they were really surprised that we came to their party. Like, "How are you? We play your tracks, you guys are awesome, you should definitely stay in Amsterdam to have a lunch together, blah blah blah." And we were like speechless. We had to go back to the Belgrade next day, and we were talking about that whole night, like during the walk from the club to the apartment and back to the airport. We were just talking about that story with Sunny James, and a few days after they contacted us on by email because we gave them the email, and they said, "You should definitely do something we should definitely do something together, or you should definitely release a song on our label." And that's how we released a track called Bamako on their label, and it was worldwide supported by almost everyone. And right now, I think it will reach 1 million streams soon, which is very extraordinary for the track that is in tribal African vocals. Also, that was a collaboration, our collaboration with really great artists from Mali. Amadou and Miriam, and we named the track Bamako because that is the capital of Mali. So yeah.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that. All right, something to learn. Right. Okay. They seem definitely pretty friendly.
Open-minded, friendly, and cool guys. Yeah,
totally cool guys. I'm in contact with their manager, but I haven't reached them yet. All right. So actually, okay, we mentioned their names, but who are your idols beside them, maybe, at this moment?
Like musical influence?
Musical influence. It doesn't have to be related to the EDM. Literally whatever.
We don't have, I think, music idols anymore. Back in the days, we told you, like, maybe influenced by Sunnery,
Carlo Tiesto, Mike Romero, etc.
It was like fanboys of everything that electronic music makes. I'm sorry, but nowadays I kind of like what Zoo is doing right at the moment. I mean, not at the moment. I like his music like back 1 year before and maybe 2 years ago. I really like his music, but now we are more influenced by style of Cream. If you ever heard of Cream guy, like Cream. No, they're new guys that are combining progressive house with the original tech house.
Oh, okay, interesting.
They're pretty talented, and also, we are, as you know, I'm a part of Chill Your Mind label. and I'm an A&R there. So we are more like into that, like for music that we want to show the world, like mainstream music, like pop music. We are more into that chill zone. And for the festivals, clubs and shows, we are making a little bit more banger style,
edgier,
call it edgier
yeah.
music, like combining tech house elements with elements of progressive house and elements of deep house. So I would describe it like that.
Yeah, but combining like tech house with some big synths and some emotional vocals, so.
And melancholic melodies.
Yeah.
I definitely can feel that in your music. Okay, you did change your style a bit in the last few years, let's say it like that.
We did.
Yeah, what made you do that?
Time made us do that, because the tribal music, it can only get a few thousand or few hundred of people that are in that zone of listening just to tribal music, and we wanted to expand. Our goal is like to have world-class productions, and we must follow the style that is right now popular in the mainstream music, and somehow contribute it with our unique style. So don't make tracks like Fisher, don't make tracks like, I don't know, John Summit or whatsoever. Make unique tracks that will drive us, but also be unique for people to listen. So we changed the style because that's the reason. We wanted to expand our population of let's say people that follow us, and also we knew that we can make music for radio stations. So that's why we decided, okay, we think it's time for transition, and we did it with our branding 2.0 Divolly Markward. So we will still do when we already started, but I don't want to reveal that.
No.
It will always have tribal songs in him, because that's our roots, that's how we started. But our main goal will be on the radio songs that will be in our new style.
Yeah, we definitely want always to work with so many different songwriters and singers, and to be honest, our goal are a little bit changed. So our goal is like to be on every main stage all over the world and to get a Grammy, definitely.
That's some serious goal.
Years,
That's our goal, yeah.
But it's actually good that you have these kind of goals in your life. I mean, that you want to achieve. If you want to be big, of course, and successful. So, and also, of course, changing your style is something typical for a big artist as well. Let me take an example. Tiesto. He was a trance name back then, a huge, a big one, the biggest one. And then he changed completely because he felt, that he needs that change, I guess, and he's following the trends and he's following what people likes.
And he really liked that sound since he changed to it, so...
I guess. Maybe we're not happy with that. But
he was a trance legend, but it's an artist. You must say, okay, I respect him for that, and that's it.
Yep. Okay, fair enough. So you definitely see yourself producing this kind of music in the future?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like definitely. In 10 years' time?
Yeah.
Let's say 5 years' time.
5 years, okay.
We don't know what will happen and where we will play music in 5 years.
That's true.
But hopefully in 5 years we can come back here with you, have some chat, and have Grammy in our hands.
Okay, I'm gonna note
good
this.
one.
Okay, perfect. All right, so how would you describe your music in 3 words? I know how I feel about your music. I mean, it makes me want to dance. That's the first thing, and it's really important for me if I feel this. And it has this summer vibe over there. It is cheesy a bit sometimes, but I like it. So how do you see yours? Your
but cheesy in which way?
Cheesy, a lot of vocals, that are emotional.
All the themes of the vocals, I mean, if you look at every popular song right now. It's talking about love between a boy and a girl, or a girl that is sad, or a boy that is sad, or that girl will find a boy, or a girl is crossing the... I mean, the lyrics are always the same. It's just the same connotation, but how would we describe our music?
I think it's a combination of...
of melancholic
energy, emotion...
dance, melancholic, emotion, and energy.
Yeah. 4 words.
Perfect
we
definition.
Cannot do in 2.
All right, but what about porn groove house movement?
But yeah, it was back in the days, our movement. Vladimir gave that name. It was really at the moment when you say porn groove, is a little bit cheesy, you know. For me, maybe for others also, but actually that got people know us about porn groove boys, not about our music, because that word, that hashtag, and after that other producers started using, I finished my first porn groove track. Because we were like speechless, like guys like Kreider and Wilke, they just new track dance hashtag porn group, because people everybody was typing that hashtag back in the days when hashtags were popular, and we were like speechless, and we started to use that as our imprint, like porn group boys from Serbia. And after that, some manager told us from Amsterdam, you should definitely change your name to porn group, not Divolly Markward. And we were like, no, this went too far. But porn group, people ask us what is porn groove. We always explain that as a mixture of cultures, and combined with sexy music and cool, cute percussions and stuff like that, because the music was meant for girls, like in the clubs, to shake their asses and stuff like that. It was dancey. Everybody was dancing, and it was sexy in a way. So we decided, why not porn groove? But the porn groove in being is a mixture of cultures, because we used Balkan elements, we used tribal elements, we use African elements, we use Indian elements, and we all combine them into one sound.
Wow.
So that is a porn groove.
Awesome idea. Okay, so let's talk about labels a bit. Okay, so you released music for the biggest labels out there, most popular ones. I'm talking about Spinning Records, first of all. I have to mention this because they're super big. Armada, of course, Kreider's Criteria, Sono Music, Chill Your Mind, you mentioned this one as well. Even Black Hole Recordings, which was a surprise for me, because Black Hole is usually for trance music.
Supported one of our tracks on their compilation. Yeah, and a lot of trance names like Ruben played our track, Mian and Shane played our track, Mian Alone. After that,
they're alone now.
I don't know, Armin played our track in his radio show. In Armada Invites.
I know, okay.
A lot of trance names played some of our tracks back in the days when we were producing that proggy chord progressions that looks like. We have one track that is similar, like to trancey sound, that is Take Me Now, with Switzerland producers, Party Killers, and Bosnian producers Drop Department. We made that when we were in Switzerland on the Kreider show. We made the track like in one day.
Oh wow.
So we released it, and a lot of trance names appeared as a support on that one, but we just wanted to just a little bit experiment. It was a flick of a time. It was a moment when we tried to do that, but we didn't pursue that style, even if it's a greatly supported track. But we played it on our shows, but we didn't pursue into that. We just wanted to test out, like, what can we do there. And it contains also elements of our tracks there. So, it was good.
Well, you want to be everywhere, I guess. This is how I see it.
Yeah.
You want your music to be spreaded everywhere.
Poke everything a little bit.
Yeah. That's a good way of thinking. All right. So what I found interesting a few months ago is your Spotify. Guys,
as everybody are amazed. Like
this
we didn't
is super
exist.
crazy. I need an explanation for this. First of all, congratulations on spinning that wheel, because it is super hard, to get the perfect recipe, to grow that fast over there. For an artist. But what I see as a cause for this success is your music and your music only. So amazing. I guess I'll keep going definitely with this.
Thank you.
As I said at the beginning, it was recognized as something valuable, and Spotify algorithm realized this and helped with growing even more. This is how Spotify actually works. So my question is, why do you think actually some of your tracks exploded that fast over there? And why exact tracks? Those exact tracks?
I don't know. I mean, because of style that we are making, it's like mainstreamish commercial kind of style, and which is
definitely was really popular in that time when we released.
Yeah.
If we are talking about Say It Right track,
okay, yeah,
it was popular, like that record sound, like that old school conch basses, and like it was popular back in the day. I think at the time of the release is a really crucial thing for success of the track. So yeah,
but all in all, our music is it's commercial mainstream kind of music, which is more suitable to the nowadays Spotify playlists and radio stations. So basically I think that's the key of success of some of our tracks, and of course again quality of our production definitely.
And definitely as you said, the perfect moment.
The perfect moment. Definitely really for the track. Funny story about the track Say It Right. I was fan of Nelly Furtado and Timbaland back in the days when I was a kid. I had a CD like with their compilation on it, and I remember that track Say It Right. I was listening to it on TV or catch some commercial or something like that, and I said to Vlad, we should definitely try to do a remix of original. And then our manager came in and said, why wouldn't you do like a cover that you can release as your own song, not as a remix, because remix is not official if they don't give you permission. So we decided to go with a cover, and we finished it in less than let's say 1 month, maybe even 3 sessions of studio. And we sent it to our manager. He said it's pretty good. We called we had the vocalist that to re-sing it, and the male part was re-singed by our good friend Plema, Igor. And basically that's how Say It Right was born. And right now it has over almost 10 million
almost
streams.
10 million streams.
Basically the idea was to keep and respect that original vibe of the track, that kind of old school R&B kind of vibe, to retain that and to just upgrade it to be much more suitable for the nowadays playlist.
This is actually pretty important. I mean, it's risky, to do a remix or rework a popular track, because it can be super successful or it can be a complete disaster, because people expect a lot when you do something like this. For example, I am that kind of die-hard fan, that doesn't like every single track to be remixed or reworked, however.
Like every trance fan.
Okay, and that. But when I'm open, of course, for everything, and when I hear a good remix or rework, I'm like, oh wow, you did it.
Yeah.
No. You did it, you did something that is, it's not 100% sure that it's gonna happen like that, but for you guys it happened definitely pretty successful. And
people say that it's pretty they really liked it, and almost all radio stations around the world, like Energy FM, Slam FM, they played our rework of Say It Right almost on every radio in Europe and also America, South America. And we were speechless. It's definitely our biggest success so far. It has and still now people are putting their Say It Right to their playlists, even the track is released 1.5 years ago. So it's going really great. People are still finding our music through that Say It Right.
Amazing.
So yeah, we are happy.
And I'm happy. But definitely a game changer for you, speaking of production, is definitely your track Roadrunner, right?
Yeah, it was
3
our
years ago.
first big success that was released on Spinnin. Not our first track on Spinnin because we signed with Kryder, and Kryder is also connected with Spinnin.
Part of
but
it.
our first, like, let's say Spinnin release on a Spinnin label, not like a sub-label of Kryder, but the main label. And yeah, it was a funny story because we did it with a producer from Italia, Leandro da Silva, and it was pretty like fast. We sent him like demo. He said, I really like this. I will send it, I will rework it. He added that trumpets in some part of the drop, and basically he said, I want to send this to Spinnin and to X-Tone.
Oh, wow.
And because the track was unique, we were afraid. Because in a way that was I made the idea for that track at my home at 3 a.m. It was funny story because I sampled some, I don't know what I sampled. I sampled some old mariachi a cappella band that was like and 3 seconds of it, and from that I made a track called Roadrunner and added that beep beep sound like from the
cartoon.
And after that I came to studio to Vladimir. He said, this is crazy, but it's cool, it's unique,
It can work.
yeah. And we finished the idea. It was sitting in a basement for a little while. We didn't straight away send it for a collab, and I said, I think Leandro da Silva could be a suitable collab on this one. I was talking to Vladimir, and we sent it to him. He loved it straight away. He finished it. He sent us. We think he did a good job. And then he asked us to send to X-Tone and to Spinnin. And first it was sent to X-Tone. The X-Tone team approved the track. And after X-Tone team approved the track, you have to go to Axel directly. And Axel said no. He didn't want to release that track. I mean, he found it very cool, but not for the label of X-Tone. And then we sent it straight to Spinnin, and they said, hell yeah, we want to sign this. They replied within 15 minutes.
So did signing it for Spinnin, you think, helped your career?
I don't know.
I mean, that's true.
I mean, the biggest benefit of signing on Spinnin definitely is that direct contact that we have right now, which is really important, because if you don't have direct contact, only thing that you can do, go to their Facebook page or Instagram page and just send your track, your demo on their regular email.
And nobody will open that.
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah, it happens like that, I guess.
You need to find a way, like some other sideways behind the promo thing, because I mean, you have to, even if it takes just to go to Amsterdam or where are their headquarters and knock on their door if you want to succeed. Yeah, I would do that personally. I'm that type of person. I would bring them my demos, like at least listen to them, tell me what's wrong so I can improve myself. And basically advice for all people that want to sign with big labels: you need to find the direct contact, not the promo email. Promo email is just for regularity. Nobody will ever sign you through promo. I mean, you have a website with demo drops where we, for instance, listen on Chill Your Mind, but also we have direct contacts. When the friend send me, this is my friend, he's a really good producer, listen to his track, I always do. And that's how all other A&R should do with all the big labels, and they do it. But you need to find that connection, and you need to find that like a way to get to that people. And you meet them at the biggest festivals and shows and music conferences, stuff like that. So yeah, you need to be active everywhere, you know. Again, connection, everything. Yeah, you just need to run from one guy to another. Hey, I'm Marko, I'm from Divolly Markward. Hey, listen to my music. I mean, we don't do that now, but back in 2015 and 2016, we were running like in Amsterdam. We walk like 40 kilometers per day just to bring everybody the music, just to say, hello, my name is Marko, Divolly Markward. Hello, my name is Vladimir, Divolly Markward. And it can get frustrated. You can burn out really easily like we did back in 2018. But yeah.
I mean, you got refused a lot of times, I guess, but...
not just refuse it, but you do something, you do something, and you don't earn anything back. Like 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. And after that, you see a little bit of light at end of the tunnel. And then you grab it, and you stick to that as long as you can. Then again and again. And that's
this is how it works.
Yeah, that I think for every job you have to be persistent to make a dime. I mean, to make some money and some food on the table. So
yep, totally agree. I have to mention one more track. This is actually my favorite. This was released last year.
Oh.
It's Drowning. The name is Drowning, and it's right now it has 3.7 million streams, which is also amazing.
Yeah, we're happy with that track
for a 1 year old track.
And it was being played on BBC couple of times.
I didn't know that.
That track was really a huge success. It was first track of 2021, I think. Yeah. It was first. And I really liked it. We were cooking it for 7 months. It was really long track. It had 2 vocals. The first idea was called Illusion.
Okay.
And now the final track is called Drowning. We were working with Panuma, talented DJ and producer from Germany, and with the British vocalist called Darla Jade. And that's her vocals on the track, even she's not signed. I heard
about her.
Yeah. She is very cool. And we had 2 ideas of this track. The first one was, as I said, The Illusion, which Vladimir felt at the moment. I didn't feel it 100%. And I said, okay, let's keep it back in the drawer. We're going to work on that a couple months later. Because if we both don't feel the track, we put it back in the drawer. We play it again in 5 months, 3 months, 4 months, and then see if it works. Yeah. That's how Drowning, I said, let me try to change top line with Darla. And Panuma said okay, Vlad said okay. I was working with her on Zoom because at that time pandemic was starting in all over the world, and that's also how the Drowning thing lyrics wise happened.
Now I realize.
So we were working together on the lyrics. She came up with the beautiful melodies for the vocals here and there. Track was born. We signed it with Chill Your Mind, with Sony Music. And basically after a month or 20 days, it was signed to, it was being played on BBC Radio 1 show at Fridays, Ricky Melvin and Charlie. So they played us in the prime time at 8 on BBC, and we were happy. After that, they repeated a few times, so we were beyond happy for that to happen after our track Batucada back in 2016 that was being played by Fatboy Slim on BBC. So we waited 3 or 4 years, so some of our track getting played back on BBC, biggest radio station.
Good for you guys.
Yeah.
Okay, let's play a little game right now.
Sure.
Are you ready? Okay, over here I have 7 pieces of paper. On each of those papers is one question written.
It's college all over again.
Not completely, but okay, I will need you to pick 3 out of those 7 papers, and to read those questions and to give me an answer on those questions.
Okay. Is those questions for both of us, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we each pick 3?
No. 3.
3 total?
Total, yeah.
Okay, so can we pick 4?
Yep. You pick 7 if you want.
2 Vlad and 2 me.
Okay.
So just to be...
Okay. Fair.
One more, Vlad. One more.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Who will start first?
So easy.
The first question, I don't know the answer on.
They're both easy for me.
Okay, one thing you cannot live without. Food and water, definitely. I mean, yeah, cliche music.
Yeah. But don't give cliche.
No, don't be cliche.
Give something like juicy.
He knows what
Booties.
he needs to do.
Juicy.
What I want.
You want juices? Okay.
Okay. And you want me to
second
answer?
one. Okay, second one. What was the worst burnout moment you had in the front of everyone?
2018. Our biggest burnout. I mean, as an artist or as an individual?
As an artist.
Yeah, back in 2018, I think it was big lack of inspiration and really frustrating moment.
And we cried a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was really tough moment for us because we couldn't create anything like for 5 or 6 months. And that's really frustrating for us. Whatever we started somehow bumped into loose end.
I know what you mean.
So yeah, we were sitting in a coffee shop and we were like, what the fuck are we doing? You know,
something is wrong.
Yeah, something is off because at the moment there were no shows, there were no income from from the music. There were no clients. We had no inspiration for making our new music. We didn't had we were not in a good place, let's say that. And yeah, I'm glad that was over a few months after. So yeah, we step on a new chapter and we decided, okay, that's the moment when we think we have reached the ceiling and we can go. We can't go up from there. We need to change something. We need to change the angle, and yeah, we did it. So
it happens to everyone. So this is pretty normal.
So is it me or you? You answered your question.
But you did not answer. What is that one thing that you cannot live without?
Yeah.
You didn't answer.
No, you didn't answer.
I have to answer also.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it's just a question for him.
No.
McDonald's.
Fuck.
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
Yeah, I'm really into their brand.
Yeah, it's true. It's
Coca-Cola and
true.
McDonald's. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the only I would.
Wow.
Should I say water?
No.
Sex or food or something.
Music.
That is generic, you know.
Yeah.
If I say McDonald's, I mean I really like McDonald's a lot.
Okay, I get it.
If you could time travel, would you go into the past or into the future? No, I would stay right here where I am.
Okay,
but
I will accept that answer, but it was not the question.
Do you want me to answer it? I would definitely go to the future because I'm into futuristic stuff and future things, and everything I like is connected with future.
I would like definitely to go into the past to see how the pyramids are built.
Oh wow, I see.
Because I don't think they are built by the human hand, so
it is balanced all the way.
Yeah, totally. And the last one?
Oh. Yeah. What is your biggest failure? I'm pretty accomplished person.
Oh, come on.
What is my biggest failure? Definitely not signing up for music school early when I was a kid.
Okay.
I would say that is my biggest failure. Yeah. To play some instrument. I didn't force my parents. I didn't show any interest in music when I was a kid. And I would really like that I did, because it would be much easier for me right now.
I guess so.
Yeah, same here.
I think, that's my biggest failure. I never thought about it until you popped the question. So, yeah. I think that's my biggest failure.
Okay, now we know. Okay, boys, you passed the exam. So we can continue with a couple of more questions.
Sure.
Okay, let's go to another game changer moment for you. We're now talking about DJing part. I think this happened in 2016 when you were invited to perform at Exit Festival. at Dance Arena. And this was actually your first big performance, right?
Yes. First performance that includes a normal DJ booth and stuff like that.
And bigger amount of crowd, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. Okay, can you recall your memory a bit? How did it look like back then? An experience when you got the invitation call or an email? I don't know how it looked like back then.
We can explain you the whole story.
Yep.
But
I think it happened after we signed for Flamingo.
we
1
signed
week
for
after.
Flamingo 3 days after that.
All right.
So basically, the thing it felt really like I couldn't believe it. I really couldn't believe it that's happening, because it happened in a weird way. I don't know. Maybe it was a normal way for them, but for us, it was really like unbelievable. I was laying in my bed that day when the invitation came. I got a message from requests in the messages, like from one guy. And he said, "Hey, Marko, we heard about you, Divolly and Markward. Would you like to open the dance arena of Exit Festival?" Like first message, nothing else. On 7th of July, let's say, before Dimitri Vegas and Like Mike. And at the moment, I thought somebody was screwing with me, because we were super small artists. Nobody know about us, and invitation like that felt really weird to us, because
like a joke.
A joke. And I called Vladimir. I told him, because I was super excited. I couldn't even talk, because it's like biggest success for me at the time. And he said, "Don't screw with me," and he canceled the phone. I mean, he tapped the phone and he canceled the line. And I was like, "No, it's really, I checked, it's a guy from PR. I mean, it's the organizer of Dance Arena." And he said, "I don't believe it while I don't see it with my own." And then he saw the message, and after that the email came when we accepted the formal offer. And then the email came from Exit Festival, and then we were like almost like speechless. And funny moment that happened 3 days after we signed, because our post on Facebook went viral, and possibly the guys from Exit saw that. And it was some stupid picture where we are holding the agreement of Flamingo, and we said we signed for a dream label, because it was our dream label at the time. Yeah. So that's how our first invitation for Exit came, and after that, like, we were invited each year to some of their festivals.
Amazing. Who was playing? Do you remember who was playing that year besides Dimitri Vegas and Like Mike you mentioned?
On Dance Arena?
No, on Dance Arena, yeah. Who were you sharing DJ booth with?
I think it was the Disciples. Disciples.
I don't remember.
You know about Disciples?
Yeah, I know, of course, but I don't remember who was that day.
Disciples, Dimitri Vegas, Like Mike, maybe
some guys from Switzerland.
Some guys from Switzerland. We are not sure about the Crisscross Amsterdam. Yeah, and that's it, I think. And other days it was like, I don't know, Hardwell. Yeah. No, it was, I think, Oliver Heldens and Fedor and
something like that.
Yeah. We just remember our performance because we recorded everything with the videographer, and we can always relive that moment.
That's super cool.
But we brought our families for the first time on our show.
Oh wow.
And it was really special. We put them in a VIP section, our sisters and our parents, and it was really special.
Just to say, you see, now we did it.
Now we can live from that.
Yeah.
No, we couldn't live.
Awesome.
We couldn't still live from that moment. But we that was our motivation to pursue, and nowadays everything is good.
Nice. All right. So that was in 2016. A few years after that, you were also invited to perform, but this time at main stage.
Yeah.
What is the difference between main stage and Dance Arena, in your personal opinion?
Difference is right now the exit splitted.
How you felt about
I mean, I personally enjoy more the space of dance arena because it's a little bit cozy. Main stage feels really open for me, and I like those cozy big stages. But they were both great. I like performing on main stage, also performing on dance arena. But yeah, it was special. Both of them were special, but we were bigger artists now. Not in 2016 when we played on Dance Arena. I didn't know anything. I didn't feel any other stages. So if I look from now, this perspective, I would rather play on Dance Arena again. But yeah, our music is more suitable for main stages. And yeah, definitely then a main stage is my only option. But yeah, I like main stage. I like both of them. So how about you?
Yeah, same thing. I mean, you know, main stage, huge fucking stage, you know, out front of you is like 10k people, so that's something that we live for, definitely.
A little more than 10k, but
yeah, okay.
Yeah, a little bit more.
50k.
Yeah, from 15 to like 55k that goes into main stage.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, speaking of performing, you also performed at Ultra Europe. You mentioned Amsterdam Dance Event before, but also some different venues, you know, in India, Japan, Morocco, Algeria, of course, Bulgaria, Slovenia, some countries close to us. So what was your dearest gig? What was one that was the funniest one? And the one that you maybe want to forget?
I don't know. I mean,
split answers or
how everyone?
Every gig is special for us, definitely, because of something. But mine, if I must to put finger on, definitely a festival in Algeria called the Blackout Festival, because it was like our first another continent festival.
And the first where we were headliners.
Yeah.
On the festival.
Yeah, and whole organization and the crowd and everything, hospitality was really on a top level. So basically, that's the one gig that I would.
Yeah, definitely one of the best gigs we had as a headliners. But I would like the funniest one you said.
Beside the main stage of Exit Festival.
Yeah, and Ultra and we want to pick like where we felt like we, I don't know, belong there.
Yeah, special.
When we were first time in Algeria, we felt special there, and the people loved us. They had our songs on their mobile phones and stuff like that. Our artworks and stuff like that on their phones, and they were showing to us and taking picture with us. So we felt special there. But if I can take the funniest one, it would be definitely the Greece festival, the Hania festival on the Crete island. It was a pretty funny because we both get a little bit drunk there, and we were walking through the whole island. We couldn't find the festival. Like, we were going back to hotel, calling the taxi, going to the show. The show was amazing. The people, like, it was sold out. We were also headlining there. It was sold out. We were really happy. We came back to the hotel room and we talked about the gig whole night, and it felt special because it was on the beach and it was open sea in front of you. And it was the funniest one. I think there is a lot of funny ones, but which one should we forget? Maybe a time in Morocco when a guy
approached to us and took out USB from our city DJ.
He asked us for our music whole night. He wanted to have our music. I mean, to have our song on USB. And then we were playing our music in a club. And then he just came to DJ booth, and from the player he took like a USB and ran to the entrance.
Oh my god!
Because it was really small club. Like crowd was like really close to the DJ booth, and he just did.
Yeah, and as you know, when you pull automatically, there is a safe option for players that put a loop in the music, and then we switched to another USB, and everything was fine. But they got back our USB, and he was kicked out of the club. Unfortunately, he was our fan, but he was a bit rude, you know.
A crazy fan.
Yeah, he was extreme a little bit.
Oh my God! All right.
Yeah, but it was not unpleasant for us. I mean, it was.
But did you have any unpleasant experience with promoters or festival organizers?
Back in the days when we were like still not that experienced DJs and producers, 2015-16, we had trouble with Balkan promoters. When we played small festivals or small shows in some clubs or something like that.
And I think it's like a normal thing in the beginning to be, unpaid after, finishing some festival or club. So it's like a regular thing here.
I think every DJ at least goes one or a few times through that, and we.
This is why I'm asking you.
We got that one time we played in one country. I don't want to name it, on the Balkans, and we were not paid, so we kind of chased the guy with other DJs all DJs gathered because nobody got paid.
Oh my God.
And then we went to find him, but we didn't find him, and that's how we went back to Serbia.
We will find you. We will find you definitely one day.
After so many years, we're still looking.
We went back to Serbia, and we forgot about everything.
Okay, it happens, I guess. As I said, every artist experiences this at least once in their life. All right. So before you started performing as Divolly and Markward, you were just a regular music lovers. So you were going...
And DJs.
Okay, DJs, but before that.
Oh, before, yeah.
Before that, when you were just the ravers, who wanted to go to different parties and festivals around the world. I mean, I think at the beginning it happened only locally over here in Serbia.
And after that,
at
around
that time,
the world.
of course. So you were there, with your friends, listening to music, enjoying, having fun. What party or festival that you attend in that period was the one that you will never forget, and why?
Mine definitely Sensation White in Belgrade Arena.
Okay.
With Sunny James, Marciano, Hardwell, Mr. V, Chucky.
That was the second edition?
I don't know. It was mine first.
It was
Sensation White,
the first one in Belgrade. You're talking.
Yeah.
No, in Belgrade it was. There were not during the first year. I think it was the second year.
Hardwell closed that one.
Yeah, yeah. It was the second year.
And mine is definitely the Belgrade Foam Fest, the first edition when Axwell played a legendary track, Leave the World Behind, and they premiered one on that show. And they were late to the show, and I was just waiting for their appearance. And it was a crazy story, but they came, Axwell and Sebastian Ingrosso, they came with the They came with the motors. They were late. We were playing show in Croatia or something like that, and they took motors, and then they came with motors to the Belgrade.
Oh my God!
And they were late to the show because they wronged the way or something like that. So yeah, it was a special show for me that I will never forget. Also, I will remember the 8th of March for the Women's Day. David Guetta played in Arena. He premiered the Sexy Beach album. And Love is Gone. Love is Gone. Yeah. So yeah, all those shows got me in also Sensation White and all others, like festivals that we had. Also, Serbia Wonderland was nice with Omnia, with Danik. After that, we started to play that show. So yeah, it's really a dream came true for us. But yeah, that's some of the shows we really liked. Also the band shows like Sting, some of other acoustic guys that I don't even remember how many concerts I attended, but yeah, it was really, really, really good. But great. I really enjoy more when we started to perform at the big venues. Yeah, it was a really good feeling for us. So yeah,
it was crazy journey, I guess.
Yeah, crazy.
Okay, so now you have experience playing worldwide and of course here in Serbia. So if I ask you to emphasize the difference between playing outside this country and in this country, what would you tell me? Speaking of promoters, managers, booking agents, festival organizers, and so on.
I mean, across the board, they're much more professional, and the crowd.
Back in the days, they were professional. Right now, at the moment, all the Balkan region is getting also really professional in a way. Not talking about like they weren't professional before, but abroad. You had an agent that is assigned to you, and he do everything, hotel booking, blah blah blah. And now in Serbia and in Balkan region overall, the club owner takes you to the hotel, and I mean they had assigned roles for each part of the booking and each part of the like whole process of going onto the booking. But right now, I think Serbia is pretty much also evolving. Like we were very surprised by accommodation on a sea dance festival. Last year we had our own guy who toured us everywhere. He welcomed us at the hotel. He gave us the keys. He asked us if we want to drink something, if we need something, if he can go grab food. He brought us the accreditations for the passes for the show and stuff like that, and also the backstage moment and the booth moment. It really felt like we weren't here. I mean, on the Balkans. So yeah, in the past, it felt all unorganized, but right now I think Balkans are evolving regarding that question. That is my opinion. I don't know about you. So,
I mean, we are going in the right direction, I think. Definitely. Whole Balkan region.
Yeah, I agree.
But I think the biggest difference is in the crowd because, let's say, comparing with the France or Italy or even Japan, crowd is, I think, personally much more educated about house music, than, let's say, here in Serbia.
I think they know they came to the show to listen house music. And people here are listening to house music by accident. They don't know about the culture.
Not only house music, generally.
In general.
In general, they know about our folk music and our kind of popular R&B mainstream music right now. But they don't know about others. He means that house is a techno and techno is a trance, or trance. Trance is for junkies and junkies are for trance. I mean, they just connect really stupid dots. But
and they don't care actually what they're listening.
I hope we will evolve sometimes in the future.
Me too. Because I don't see the point, in going somewhere and don't know what you're listening and who are you listening to. But okay. It's okay. But in your opinion, does being a DJ also mean that you should be a showman, a performer? Because when I go to a festival, for example, or party, and when I see a DJ playing and standing still like this, and without emotions, without anything,
I hate it.
A lot.
I hate that.
We don't like it. We don't hate it. We don't like it. But it's his way of expressing his music. So if he's standing for me in the head, I should stand then. I shouldn't move to his music because he is not moving to his music. If he is not moving to his music, if he is not dancing, we are always dancing on the stage. At least with our legs or a little bit with our arms, we need to. When the big show is happening, like festival, we are climbing, like jumping and everything. Like to transfer, I think DJ should transfer his energy to the crowd.
Yeah.
Completely
agree with that.
He should do funny stuff, crazy stuff, cheer with people, like take drinks, have fun, talk to them, like while playing. I mean, we are two, so we can do whatever we want. So
it's a lot easier.
I think that's important part about being a DJ. You are entertainer after all.
Yeah,
you need to make a show.
Entertain people, so you don't have to like stand deadly in front of the decks and like expect that your music will overwhelm everybody. I mean, Eric Prydz can do that, but not a regular DJ from I don't know which country, but I wanted to say Bulgaria, but I don't know.
And you said it. Right.
I mean, in the end of the day, if you are entertaining the crowd, then for my personal view, you are a performer also.
Yep.
Definitely.
Yep. That's my personal opinion as well, but I wanted to hear it from you. Okay, so being a young kid back then, hungry for success, for everything that.
I mean, we are still hungry for success.
Of course you are, and this is how it should be always. So, but back then, you were watching and listening online those DJs playing their music and seeing some big names live at the festivals or parties. What was going through your mind back then?
I want to be there.
That was your biggest desire, like?
Yeah, I want to be there. I want to be on that spot where he's playing. Yeah. Like I was attending Exit Festival. I said, I want to be where Steve Angel sits now. I mean, stands now. Sorry. I mean, that's my biggest desire. That was my biggest desire. I think when I was at that concert, I said, I want to entertain a lot of these people. I mean, a bunch of crowd, like 10K people. I want to play at those shows. I want to have my music being played there. I want other DJs to play my music. But my main desire was when I attended, like, to enjoy music and to be in front of the crowd.
Yeah, and to see everyone smiling and enjoying and having fun to your music.
That is the most important thing. I didn't say that. Because that's driving when I see people smiling, that drives me a lot because I'm
motivation.
Addicted to their like happiness and to their like feelings and whatsoever. Yeah.
Okay, but if you compare it to today, for example, okay, you had this desire back then, you also have this desire right now, but what changed in your personal, goals back then and right now that you're having? Similar goals I see over here, but it was different.
I think goals
7-8 years ago
that we have some years ago, we're living them now. We did all the goals, so we have bigger goals now. Yeah, I think it's that. I don't know.
You're right.
Yeah, so we had goal to perform at Exit Festival. We did that. We had goal to release with Spinning. We did that. We had the idea to maybe sometime work with Sandra James and Ron Bastiano. We did it. I mean, our goal now is like to have like a really successful song, like worldwide successful song, and also to have like Grammy, as we mentioned, and my personal goal is like to win Eurovision Song Contest.
Seriously?
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, as a production, not as a performer there, just with the production on a song that is going to be qualified.
Oh wow.
That is my personal goal, but he want to help me
I will support you definitely. Yeah.
Well, supporting each other
of course.
is really important.
We need to discuss everything if we want to like achieve each other's dreams. We need to support each other because if one of us doesn't believe in that what other is doing, it won't be good.
No, definitely not. Right. Okay, what I see today is that kids are pretty impatient today. They want everything and they want it now. But it doesn't happen this way. Yep. So what would you tell any young talented soul that wants to enter this crazy industry to become a successful artist? And what would you tell your younger self if you could?
Let's start from the advice. I mean, you can always say work hard, but it's not always about working hard. Sometimes it's about working smart, definitely.
And luck.
And yeah. And I think the advice that I would like that we got from the beginning was to, do as much as you can remakes. Remakes go to our Spotify or YouTube, download Divolly Markward track and try to implement every sound that we have in our track and try to make it like close to our but you can never do that like 100%.
So basically rework the tracks of your favorite artists.
Yeah. So that's the best way to learn which sound goes with which sound and how to develop arrangement of the track, and fastest way of learning music production, definitely.
Yeah,
but before that, he that guy need to decide in his head which direction should he go. I mean, if you want to go zoo style, don't download Divolly and Markward tracks. Go download zoo tracks and try to sound as much as possible to him. Don't release that tracks you copied from him. Don't do that. Try to make your own. Like call your vocalist, call your synthesizer guy, call if you don't know how to play a synthesizer. But we told you about what we would do earlier. We would definitely sign up for the music schools, both of us. Yeah, that is definitely the thing we would do earlier, and maybe start even earlier than this to go to parties and stuff like that. I started to go to parties 14 years old.
14 years?
Yeah.
Oh my God. How?
Yeah, because my older friends always brought me to the trance parties.
Wow.
And I was like kid where I was always like tall and nobody
When
noticed.
was that? What year was that?
I had 4, so that was 15 years ago.
Okay.
So yeah.
Interesting. I'm just trying to remember what I was doing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Cool.
yeah, if I have now 29 years, it's 15 years ago when I attended first raves or something like that.
Nice. Okay. So in the end, would you do me the honor and reveal some upcoming plans that you guys have? Because I heard there are some remixes coming up and also some singles.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
you
basically,
do the pleasure.
Yeah, we will share the pleasure. I mean, the goal is to work on our music, definitely. And for this year particularly, our goal is to release as much as we can remixes, so which can be also useful in our sets. So basically, we want to prepare our set for the summer to be, let's say, 70 or 80% of our music, and let's 20% of some other guys.
Basically,
so
we want to introduce people to our new sound that will be listened on our shows. Also, we started a radio show called Night Shift on TDI radio,
I know.
and we are forcing our sound there. So we are forcing like that combination of progressive and tech house there.
Nice.
And that you can expect in our remixes. So continue.
So in one hand, when it comes to the remixes, we are trying to go to the quantity. When it comes to original tracks, we are going for quality, definitely. So this year we are going to release 4 or 5 original tracks, and all the rest will be remixes, definitely.
Yeah, like almost 4 and 5 remixes. So we're gonna try with
maybe
10
even
tracks.
more.
Yeah.
Wow, good plans, guys.
Thank you.
Keep it going, definitely. I'm sure that you're going to succeed in this.
Thank you so much.
So, okay, I had so much fun talking to you. It was really my pleasure to have you here finally in my show. I hope you felt the same.
Yeah, we felt great. Thank you so much for your invite. We had really great time here.
Yeah. To be honest, we watched some of your interviews, I think with Time Code guys and Lives V, and we were like super surprised how you prepared yourself with the questions for the certain interview. So good job on that, and we wish you all the best.
Well, just take one thing in your mind. I was part of Time Code, so I know a lot about it.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm trying to prepare every time whoever I'm talking to. So I hope I succeeded in this with you.
Yeah. The studio is great. Everything looks good.
Thank you.
Coffee is perfect.
I'm glad.
We will come back another time for sure.
I'm glad to hear that. Okay, thank you once again for making this extremely interesting episode and sharing your story with everyone watching and listening this show. Okay, so over here, as you can see, there is a poster. And and I do this with everyone who comes in the studio.
Sure.
They just need to leave a mark that they were part of this. So we will do this afterwards. But before that, I have a small gift for you.
Thank you.
Here you go.
Nice. Thank you.
You're
really
welcome.
nice t-shirt.
Wow.
I hope you liked it. I hope the size is good.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it will.
Perfect.
It will be.
Okay, if it's not, I don't care. Okay. I will definitely keep following you guys, and I wish you all the best with your music, with your production, and hopefully some gigs soon. And we will definitely stay in touch again.
For sure.
So thanks everyone for watching this episode and listening. Of course, I'm curious to hear your impressions, so feel free to share your opinion on YouTube channel, for example, in the section comments. Like this video if you liked it. Don't forget to subscribe on the YouTube channel. This is really important. So you know the drill. This is really not hard to do. So please give me the honor and do this for me. I don't need to repeat this, but I have to say this because we are all connected by frequency. Until next time, stay safe and have fun. Bye-bye.